In the heart of West Africa, in a land of lush forests and vibrant cultures, reigned a wise and generous king named Kofi. King Kofi was beloved by his people, not just for his wisdom and fairness, but also for a wondrous possession, a magic drum. This wasn't an ordinary drum, it had the extraordinary power to produce endless food. With a single beat, it could fill the air with the enticing aroma of a feast, providing sustenance for all. The drum was a symbol of King Kofi's generosity, used to ensure that no one in his kingdom ever went hungry. Whenever famine or drought threatened, the magic drum was there to save the day. One day, a rumor of the magic drum's power reached a faraway land. There lived a merchant named Jabori, known for his greed and insatiable hunger for wealth. When Jabori heard of the magic drum, his heart filled with desire. He thought about how much richer he could become by possessing such a treasure. Disguising himself as a humble traveler, Jabori made his way to King Kofi's kingdom. Once there, he ingratiated himself with the king, showering him with praises and gifts. King Kofi, unaware of Jabori's true intentions, welcomed him with open arms. Months passed, and Jabori's plan began to take shape. One evening, during a grand feast, Jabori snuck into the palace where the magic drum was kept. With cunning and stealth, he managed to steal the drum and flee the kingdom. Jabori's first act upon obtaining the drum was to beat it, summoning a lavish feast. He invited people from all around to witness his newfound power and bask in his so-called generosity. But unlike King Kofi, Jabori was not interested in helping others. He sought to leverage the drum to build his empire, charging exorbitant prices for the food it produced. Greed blinds, and Jabori could not see the storm his actions were brewing. The drum, sensing the greed and malice in its new owner, began to change. The seemingly endless food it produced started to spoil within moments, turning into rot and decay. The people, who had once been awed by the splendid feasts, now turned away in disgust. Jabori, in his frustration, beat the drum harder and more frequently, but the more he used it, the worse the food became. Eventually, an unbearable stench filled the land, and a plague of insects descended upon it, attracted by the rotten food. The once thriving land Jabori knew was now a wasteland. Word of Jabori's downfall reached King Kofi. Saddened but determined to help, Kofi set out on a journey to retrieve the magic drum and restore balance. Disguising himself, he entered Jabori's ruined land and, with humility and compassion, approached Jabori. Jabori, now a shadow of his former self, was desperate and repentant. Recognizing King Kofi, he fell to his knees and begged for forgiveness, offering the magic drum back to its rightful owner. King Kofi accepted the drum and brought it back to his kingdom. As he beat the drum recognized the return of its rightful, benevolent owner and once again began producing bountiful, nourishing food. The kingdom rejoiced and celebrated the restoration of prosperity. The story of the magic drum, Jabori, and King Kofi became a legend, a timeless reminder of the virtues of humility and contentment, and a warning of the perils of greed. In King Kofi's land, the lesson was clear: true wealth lies in generosity and the well-being of all.